All right, let's dive into some pretty murky waters today.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to be talking about MKUltra,
Okay.
the CIA's foray into mind control.
Hmm.
And you provided some fascinating documents for this deep dive.
Oh, great.
Think you know about government conspiracies?
I think I do, yeah.
Just wait till we unpack this.
Right.
So it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Declassified documents laying bare a program that aimed to delve into the very heart of human consciousness,
Yeah.
all in the name of national security.
It's crazy.
It really makes you question
Yeah.
how much we truly know about what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's start by setting the stage.
Okay.
MKUltra, what exactly was the CIA trying to achieve with this program?
Well, at its core, MKUltra sought to weaponize the human mind.
Wow.
The CIA was exploring chemical, biological, and even radiological methods to control behavior.
That's like science fiction.
It is. It's a sinister battle for men's minds, as Alan Dulles himself described it. Imagine they wanted to influence thoughts, manipulate actions, even erase memories.
So this all started in the 1950s, right in the thick of the Cold War.
Exactly. The fear of communist brainwashing techniques being used on American POWs in Korea, had gripped the nation.
Yeah.
The CIA felt immense pressure to develop their own methods for interrogation and potentially even to control foreign leaders.
So they went all in on this quest for mind control.
They did.
What were some of the methods they explored?
Oh, man.
I mean, where do you even begin with something like this?
Well, one of the most infamous elements of MKUltra was their fascination with LSD.
Okay.
It was a new drug at the time. And the CIA was particularly interested in its potential to break down a person's defenses and make them more susceptible to suggestion.
I've read about some of the LSD experiments. They sound pretty unsettling.
Yeah.
They were basically dosing people left and right, weren't they?
That's right. They administered LSD to CIA employees.
Yeah.
Military personnel, even unsuspecting civilians.
Wow.
The ethical implications are staggering.
Yeah.
Direct violation of the Nuremberg Code, which the U.S. had agreed to uphold.
Right.
Think about it,
Yeah.
These individuals were robbed of their autonomy,
Yeah.
used as guinea pigs in a dangerous and often traumatic experiment.
It's chilling to think about.
Yeah.
The potential long-term consequences for these people.
Yeah.
The sources actually mentioned a particularly tragic case, Frank Olson, the Army scientist, who was given LSD without his knowledge.
Olson's story is incredibly disturbing.
Yeah.
He experienced severe psychological distress after the LSD dose and died a week later under very mysterious circumstances, officially ruled a suicide. But the controversy surrounding his death has never truly subsided.
That raises some serious questions about the level of oversight and accountability within the CIA at the time.
For sure.
Did anyone try to put a stop to these experiments?
There were definitely internal concerns about the ethics of unwittingly testing on people.
Okay.
But figures like Richard Helms, who later became director of Central Intelligence, continue to advocate for these clandestine operations.
Wow.
They truly believed the ends justified the means.
Wow.
It's a sobering thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
To think that even within a democracy, the lines of ethical boundaries can become so blurred. And what's particularly fascinating is that MKUltra wasn't just about LSD.
Right.
They explored a wide range of techniques.
Okay.
All with the aim of cracking the code of human behavior.
Okay, so beyond LSD, what else were they looking into?
Well, they delved into hypnosis.
Hypnosis.
Seeking to implant suggestions.
Oh, wow.
And manipulate actions from within the subconscious.
Wow.
They experimented with sensory deprivation.
Oh, geez.
Pushing individuals to the brink of sanity to observe how the mind reacted under extreme duress.
It's wild.
And believe it or not, they even explored psychic phenomena.
Psychic phenomena? You mean like telepathy and ESP? That seems a bit far-fetched even for the CIA.
I know it sounds like something out of science fiction, but remember, this was the height of the Cold War.
Right.
The fear of the Soviets developing psychic weapons was very real.
Yeah.
However unfounded it may seem now, the CIA felt compelled to explore every avenue.
Right.
No matter how unconventional.
So they were casting a very wide net.
Yeah.
Did they conduct these experiments in-house or did they farm them out?
They often used front organizations and funded research at universities, hospitals, even prisons.
Wow.
In many cases, the researchers themselves had no idea the CIA was behind their funding.
Really?
Or the true purpose of their work.
Wow.
It was a complex web of deception,
Yeah.
all designed to keep MKUltra hidden from the public eye.
That's quite a layered approach.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how they managed to keep it under wraps for so long.
Oh, right?
But let's talk about the impact of all this.
Yeah.
How did the public react when MKUltra finally came to light?
Imagine the shock and outrage when news of these clandestine experiments began to surface in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Congressional investigations like the Church Committee started peeling back the layers of secrecy, and the media seized on the revelations, exposing the program to the world.
It must have been a major blow to the public's trust in the government.
Absolutely. The CIA, once viewed as a protector of freedom, was now seen by many as a sinister force operating in the shadows, capable of violating the very rights they were sworn to uphold.
It's a scary thought.
It was a pivotal moment that forever tarnished the agency's image and raised profound questions about the limits of government power in a democratic society.
And the ramifications of MKUltra extend far beyond the Cold War era, don't they?
Indeed, the specter of MKUltra continues to haunt us. It has fueled distrust of government institutions, heightened concerns about surveillance and privacy, and even shaped our perception of scientific research.
It's crazy how one program can have such a far-reaching impact.
It's true.
Yeah.
It serves as a stark reminder that even the most well-intentioned pursuit of knowledge can be twisted into something dangerous and unethical.
Yeah, it's a legacy that continues to raise uncomfortable questions.
It does.
Especially in today's world where advancements in technology and our understanding of the human mind are growing exponentially.
It is a chilling thought.
Yeah.
MKUltra may be a relic of the Cold War,
Right.
but the ethical dilemmas it posed are still relevant today.
Absolutely.
How do we ensure that the pursuit of knowledge and national security doesn't come at the cost of individual rights and autonomy?
We've talked about the public outrage and the erosion of trust in the government.
Right.
Were there any tangible consequences for those involved in MKUltra? Did anyone face any repercussions for these violations?
Well, there were congressional investigations and a handful of lawsuits filed by victims, but accountability proved elusive.
Oh, wow.
Many of the key figures responsible for MKUltra had retired or moved on.
Right.
And the systematic destruction of documents made it incredibly difficult to build a case against them.
It's almost like they got away with it.
It is.
Leaving a trail of damaged lives and unanswered questions in their wake.
It's a frustrating truth.
Yeah.
But even though justice may have been incomplete,
Right.
MKUltra's exposure wasn't entirely in vain. It served as a catalyst for much-needed reforms.
Okay.
Stricter ethical guidelines for human research were implemented.
Okay.
And oversight of intelligence agencies was strengthened, at least to some extent.
So some good did come out of this dark chapter.
Yes.
It forced a reckoning with the potential for abuse of power and the importance of safeguarding individual rights, even in the face of perceived national security threats.
Precisely. And that's perhaps the most enduring legacy of MKUltra. It serves as a potent reminder that we must remain vigilant, question authority, and demand transparency from those in power.
It's a lesson we can all take to heart.
Absolutely.
We can't simply assume that governments or institutions will always act ethically or have our best interest at heart.
That's right.
We have a responsibility to stay informed, engage in critical thinking, and hold those in power accountable for their actions.
Absolutely. And as we navigate an increasingly complex world filled with new technologies and challenges, the lessons of MKUltra are more relevant than ever.
That's for sure.
We must learn from the past to ensure that the mistakes of MKUltra are never repeated.
It's a powerful message. MKUltra may be over.
Yeah.
But the fight to protect individual liberties and ensure ethical conduct, especially within powerful institutions, is an ongoing one.
It is.
And each of us has a role to play in that fight.
Well said. It's a responsibility we all share.
This deep dive into MKUltra has been quite a journey. We've uncovered a dark chapter in history, grappled with complex ethical questions, and hopefully emerged with a renewed sense of the importance of vigilance and accountability.
I think so too.
And remember, this is just a starting point.
Right.
There's so much more to explore in the documents you provided.
For sure.
I encourage you to continue digging, researching, and questioning.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of MKUltra.
It was my pleasure.
We hope it has sparked your curiosity and given you new insights into this unsettling chapter of history. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.